Welcome friends. In this video, we are going to learn about polymorphism. So, polymorphism derived from the word poly, which means many or multiple, and morphism, which means form. So, polymorphism, many morphism, and morphism we know is form. So, many form. So, polymorphism is many forms. But many forms of what? So, this polymorphism or many forms can be of anything. Anything. Confused? Let's take an example. Suppose if you are a boy, a son, you are a brother, friend, or even you are a student as well. So what are these? So these are nothing but your different forms, or I can say these are your different roles. So what does it mean? It means being as a single person or entity, you are playing, or I can say you are having different roles at the same time. So that what polymorphism means. So in simple terms, if I would say the polymorphism is nothing but the ability of the same entity that behaves differently in more than one forms. We have three types of polymorphism in C++. First is function overloading and second is operator overloading. And that both comes under compile time polymorphism. And the third is virtual functions, which are a part of runtime polymorphism. Now, what is compile time and runtime behavior? That we will cover in the another video. When there are multiple functions with the same name, but the parameters are different, maybe that's a count of parameters or maybe the type of parameters, they are different, then these functions are known as function overloading, where one functions with the same name are overloaded with the other functions of the same name. Let's see some example. Here I am using an online compiler. Let's create a method to add two numbers. And I'm assuming that you know about class members and methods. So I'm not going with that. So here I am creating a method where void add, which will take int x and int y. And with respect to this, it will going to print the sum of this int x plus y. Let's call this method. So I have created an instance and now I'm calling this method with two integers. And let's check if it is returning an output or not. Okay, so it has returned output 73, which is actually the sum of 46 and 27. Now, if we see, then this method is only going to add integer type of number. But what if someone wants to add a double type of or decimal type of number? Then is there any way to create a method? So yes, we have a way. Like if I add another method, add 2, and again if I pass the parameter like double x and double y, and then I'll be doing cout x plus y to print this number, and then I'll be calling function dot add 2, and again there is, let me add some value here, and now if I print this, it will give us an answer. Here we have created two methods with different name. But polymorphism, or we can say function overloading, give us advantage to use the same function name with different types. So here, if we remove 2, then also it will work. So let's check it. So here it is. So that's the advantage, that we can have same function name, but we can have different type of parameters. Now let's take another example, the another scenario, that if someone wants to add two numbers where one is double and another is int. So is it possible? Then yes, again, let's make another method with the same name. And let's take the first as integer and the second as double. And let's comment this function dot add. The first parameter should be integer and the second parameter can be of double. Let's check if it is working or not. So hence it gave us the answer. It can also be the vice versa case, where we can have the first parameter as double and the second parameter as int. And now again, if we take this, then it will going to give us the answer. So these are the case where we can have same number of parameters, but different types of parameter. Here we can see the exactly two parameters we have added in each function, but we have different types, like one, both are integer, both are double, and double and int mixed, but on the sequence is a different. Now let's add one more case scenario where we can add more than two numbers. So I can create another same add function, but here I can add one more parameter like int z, and then I'm adding this into the xyz. And let's call this again and add one more integer number 100. So it will going to add and print the number. So these are the cases where we can use function overloading. Why function overloading? We have seen we have created a base function name add having the two integer type of parameter. Then we have overloaded the same function with double type parameter. Then again we have overloaded the same function with mix type like int and double both. And then we have overloaded the same function again but passed different number of parameters like one double and two integers. So this is function overloading, and we can use all these function at once as well, just like we don't need to comment the existing one, and we can use all at once and it will going to give us the answer. Let me add some message as well. So as we can see, the first method call goes to this one, which printed the IAM method with two int param. Then the second goes to the double param, third, fourth, and similarly, the last one goes to the respective methods which we have created. So we have seen the function overloading where we can have the same function name, but with different parameters. So if we summarize it, then function overloading are those which have same name, but parameters can have different types, parameters can have different numbers, and parameters can have different sequences. So that's all for now. I hope you understand the polymorphism and function overloading. Soon we'll be creating another video for operator overloading and virtual functions. Till then, goodbye. Jai Hind.